The Democratic National Convention may be done, but we are not done with our in-depth look at the policy impact a President Kamala Harris would have on Colorado. Harris's background ahead of being vice president and a U.S. senator is being a prosecutor, San Francisco District Attorney and California Attorney General. Crime is a top issue for many voters. Tonight, we conclude Decision 2024, the stakes for Colorado. Our Kelly Reinke looks at where Harris stands on criminal justice issues.
Even as violent crime goes down nationwide, including Colorado, it's still a flashpoint in this presidential campaign. Kamala Harris is using her experience as a prosecutor to take on her opponent.
So hear me, Detroit, when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
She's contrasting her record as a district attorney and attorney general in California to Donald Trump, who's convicted of felony crimes. Whether her time in a courtroom is an asset depends on who you ask.
That Kamala Harris believes in investing in law enforcement, in investing in community safety, and making sure that our whole criminal justice system works better.
Colorado's Democratic Attorney General Phil Weiser believes Harris will support federal funding that will make our state safer. Her policies in California may give us an idea of the issues she would take on in the White House. Harris has described herself as a progressive prosecutor who punished crime and helped nonviolent offenders turn their lives around.
It's clear that she cares a lot about victims. That's something that has come through. And she wants to make sure the criminal justice system works for everyone.
But her opponents are blaming current crime in San Francisco on her tenure as a district attorney. While she touted an increase in felony convictions, some worry a Harris presidency won't be tough enough on crime.
When you don't take a firm stance on national security issues, border control issues, the trickle down or the trickle up effects, if you will, impact our communities quite heavily.
Sheriff Steve Reams in Weld County worries recruiting would be tougher with Harris in office. As a senator, Harris introduced legislation in 2020 to hold police accountable, like collecting data on misconduct. Sheriff Reams thinks it's already too hard to be a cop in Colorado.
If you apply that same mindset at a national level or a federal level, it compounds the issue here locally, tenfold.
To see how a president will impact crime in Colorado, you have to follow the money. A criminal justice professor at MSU has an idea of funding Harris would support based on her history in California.
I could see Vice President Harris taking money and earmarking it for reentry, because we don't have money for reentry.
Denise Mauder is talking about Harris's reentry program as a DA, an alternative to jail for first-time nonviolent offenders.
And I think she's really going to focus on the underlying causes of crime and how we can keep that from kind of escalating.
Critics don't label Harris as a tough-on-crime top cop. Some say her stances on reform are mixed. Despite that, it's experience Harris is leaning into.
In this campaign, I proudly put my record against his any day of the week.
For Next, I'm Kelly Reinke.